What's going on, family? The wrong man or wrong woman can really put your life at hold. It can detour a lot of things. And don't get me wrong, God gives us a choice to choose the man or woman that we want to be a part of our life, our destiny. These things are important. But even though we choose who we want, a lot of times it can really become a stumbling block in your life. You feel exhausted, and all of the energy that you put into what you have, it seems like they're not putting that same energy. Because anything that goes wrong in your relationship, they make excuses for it. They can love you, but they don't want to change the situation. They don't want to figure out how to fix things. They want to constantly make excuses for the reason why things are not right between you all. And you feel like you are the issue when things are not right. But 99% of the time, it's them. You don't try to point out their faults. You don't try to say, hey, this is the reason why we're dealing with what we're dealing with. You don't do that. What you try to do is that you try to mend things. And here's the problem. Mending things does not fix things. Mending things means that you're doing a temporary patch where it's always going to be broken over and over again, because they don't want to be accountable for their actions. They don't want to continue to make things right between you all. And all they want to do is continue to ignore it and deflect it. And so this is the reason why we argue the way we argue. This is the reason why we disagree. This is the reason why we can't see eye to eye, because eventually things are always going to resurface because it was never dealt with and it was not cut off at the root. Relationships are not built overnight. You have to figure out a way on how to resolve your issues. And even though you're trying to figure out a way how to resolve your issues, most of the time resolving it is not enough, because you're the one that's trying to fix it. Couples today have put themselves in isolated situations. Sometimes love always outweighs the things that you deal with, but how much longer should you have to deal with something before you say, I love them, but I love myself more, and I can't continue to go through the cycle of trying to fix something that they don't want to fix. And then the first thing they say, oh, you don't care for me, you don't love me. No, I do love you, I do care for you. But do you love us enough, and do you love me enough to where you can fix this? How can you make my life better? Because then you stop thinking about you all together. You start thinking about yourself. And it's really important. Because eventually, as things continue to move forward, and you're 10 years into the marriage or the relationship, and you're still going through the same cycle, and you're wondering why things are not happening, 9 times out of 10, because they don't want to make it happen. And as you look back at their patterns and you talk about their previous marriage and their previous relationships and the things that they went through in their childhood, you would notice they never fixed anything. They never learned how to resolve issues. They've always patched it up. And patching it up doesn't do anything at all. All that takes place is that you find yourself falling in love, being in love, wanting to grow with somebody that does not want to fix anything. You all, the truth is, if you don't know how to fix it, find somebody that do. Get a psychiatrist, a therapist, a life coach. Find someone that wants to take the time out and work with you resolving your issues. Because the truth is, if you can't resolve it and you don't want to resolve it, then how do you expect for the relationship or the marriage to last? It's definitely not going to last just based off of you loving somebody. It's going to last because you want to get it right.